YouTube. Good morning. On my mind this morning are Amazon and the exuberance of youth. Mostly I just want an excuse to say the word exuberance. On Amazon. So I did an experiment where I talked about Amazon affiliate links for a little bit, and I wanted to see how that worked out. And so far, it has resulted in $29 in commissions. If we compare that to last year when I didn't really talk about it, I got $1.71. So not nearly as much, but still not like a crazy amount or anything. Which is cool because it makes me happy regardless of the amount. But it's not a thing that it's really... Wait, why is this screwed up? Don't be last year. Don't be last year. This quarter. Apply. So yeah, fun thing, but is it worth me putting effort and thought and time and annoying you guys by mentioning it often? I don't know. Maybe. In part, maybe because I get enjoyment out of seeing the things that people are buying. So, one thing, which maybe you're not supposed to share the things that people buy. I don't care. I mean, maybe I care a little bit, but for the most part, I don't think people care. So, somebody bought Darn Tough Hiker Midweight Micro Crew Sock with cushion, and this gets me more excited than it should, except that they're very expensive for a pair of socks, but they sound amazing. I was reading the reviews. I now want a pair of these socks, but probably not with the long length. They also have them in shorter length. These socks are made Merino wool, 61% nylon. I think of nylon as being like a super durable plastic that's also has good heat resistant properties. Spandex, which is stretchy. So nylon would be if you wanted like something made of plastic that is a gear that has teeth, or that is like a plastic screw with threads on it, you would probably make it out of nylon. But for this, they're using like strands of nylon, which are like a transparent, strong thread. They mix it in, it gives good properties. This one it should be like softness and breathability. So yeah, I'm way more excited than I should be over the idea of socks. I want to set myself a goal, like if I make a certain amount of money from YouTube stuff, then I can purchase socks that I don't need. They also just make me happy because they have cool designs. I swear there were shorter socks from the same company. Maybe that was when I clicked their shop. Bottom line, the YouTube thing. It made like this length, but I wanted to still have the cool designs. That might be too short. I like these designs. This one, I like this gray with a little bit of color. I really like this teal color. I get too excited over stupid things. But yeah, so socks make me happy. Amazon makes me happy. I got a reply in the comments from Joey, and Joey is younger. younger. I don't know. I feel like I should have some kind of responsibility if I have younger people watching, if there's a younger audience, but I don't have any. I have a responsibility not to do like negative things, but I feel like I have a responsibility to give advice that people have not asked me for, that people do not want from me, but you feel, or I feel, like an almost parental instinct of some kind. That is an early goobert. I want to tell people, like, don't waste your time watching stupid YouTube. Do things. But that's not my place to tell people that, and I wasted all kinds of time when I was young, and I waste all kinds of time now, And I will continue to waste all kinds of time. But I still want to give the advice. What do I want to do in the video game? I don't know. Current society is weird. Because, like, YouTube is just part of current society. Big time. And it... Like, the internet was barely a thing. I'm old. Ooh. I could make an upgraded potion. But yeah, when I was growing up, internet was barely a thing. Alright, let's think about this for a second. This potion is actually really strong. Quick pause to cough and clear my throat. Alright. I want stars on this. I want that to be double sped up. Do I want to sacrifice... Wait, why do I want to sacrifice this? Because I have the offering bowl, but I don't need to sacrifice it. Huh. Is that true? One star is not particularly good. Alright, I'm gonna take a second, try and figure out what I want to do, and be right back. This is such a weird board. Alright, I want to speed up the hammer because it does damage. I want to keep the potion because it's really strong the first couple rounds. The flute. I think the flute is better later in the game than it is right now. But it is good. I think it's better than a banana. Upgrading the potion. It would be okay, but I can't currently get this to touch, so I'd kind of just rather recycle these. These recycle for 6 gold, which means you get 5 gold in value plus a flame. I would rather be able to give 8 gold. I could do that if I give this. That would be more than 8 gold. I don't know. There's also a dagger. I should... if I'm going to consider the dagger, then I think I should get rid of the flute. I would like to get the star in because this uses high stamina and it's being sped up. All of the things. And I'm thinking about the real life stuff. So, like, I don't know if I feel as comfortable talking about the Amazon thing, tying it back into the other thing, if there are younger people watching, which is weird, because why does it make any difference? But I feel like there's greater responsibility, which there is, if you're talking to an audience that is not as old. So if I'm talking to a bunch of like 30 and 40-year-olds, and you guys buy crap off of Amazon, one, I'm not trying to push it that much or anything in particular, but like, I don't feel that much responsibility for what 40-year-olds decide to do, or 30, or even 20-year-olds. But, if there's a 16-year-old, if there's a 13-year-old, even if there's a 20-year-old, I feel a little bit of responsibility, and I should. I don't know. It's complicated in my mind. It's a little bit complicated. It's also not, but the thoughts are there. I do probably want that banana. I would like what? Trade this for a flame? Do I get rid of this potion? It's still good for a little bit. Let's get rid of it. Even though I just said it was good. This one, lump of coal, is good because it doesn't require space and I have 3 sockets available. Huh. I don't know. So this can give crafted items. it gives its own value, which is 6, plus 1, plus 2, if I'm understanding it correctly. So it'll give 9 value. But again, it can give crafted items. So if I give it plus 4, and then this would just trade for a flame. So this is worth another 4. You could give me something cool, in theory. If I really wanted to go crazy, I could ditch the hammer dagger. They're not that good. I don't know. I'll never know. Start the battle. This is like just the right amount of gamble. UNQED. What does QED stand for? I think it's Latin. I know it means like it has been shown, it's been proven. Darn. They destroyed me. I felt like this was like medium strong. Huh. So yeah, you can get crafted items, which is kind of cool. Box of Riches means that Offering Bowl will show you a bunch of gems. Which, kind of good, kind of bad. I have 9 gold, and I have 10 gold worth of stuff that I would like to buy. I like Blueberry for Friendly Fire, but that's 5 rounds away. Did I have any conclusions on having a more youthful audience, by which I mean 1 viewer? But overall, this channel just has a more youthful audience than my other channel. I'm boring. My content is boring. I don't know how to have a younger audience. Sir Sand. I do not want Sir Sand, even for 1 round, really. And if I sell it, I can buy other things. Mostly, this is just me overthinking things because it makes me happy to think about things. Do I ever get rid of the Box of Riches? It does give me a lot of value as long as I have gem sockets open. I don't need to offer every turn, but God, I like to. Goobert was a good pickup, especially on sale. I think I'm good. Start the battle. I think my conclusion ends up being a lot of the time, something for me to keep in mind, but not something to think about too much. Also, it's just really cool having the amount of positivity. So when I say exuberance, that's like the level of excitement, the youthful, like, energy. It is cool having that level of energy, even just in the comments. It makes me happy. Would I ever go Mana Mastery? Quick pause. Alright, things I like. Mana Mastery. I don't like Mana Mastery that much. Shielded. I like the idea of shielded, but I can't fit a shield too easily. Shielded is really good with a Goobert and with shields. Am I strong enough right now? This one. Stamina. With Pyro, maybe the stamina's worth it. But getting the base stamina isn't the best because as you speed things up, the base stamina, I don't know. Having 1.1 stamina per second base, is it all that helpful? Probably helpful. I'm gonna go with that. Pig. Meh. Oh no, I have hammer, not meh. Someday I will offer things. Coins are worth 9 gold. Gloves, no deal. Whetstone, no deal. Roll. I don't think I need a second blueberry. I need to think about stone gloves more, I feel like. What about a flame dagger? Flame dagger's really appealing to me. But I don't really have enough flames to feed it yet, but I could get them. But then I should be offering things. What about blueberry? Blueberry's interesting. Why is blueberry interesting? Because if I could get 2 blueberries to activate this, which I could, if I could move that banana back a space, they would be quite a bit quicker. So even just putting this here, it is a quick activator. It gets me mana. I don't currently need mana, but in the future I could, because I like taking friendly fire. Ideally, I would switch up the bags for that. How? Like, I want this to be able to go like this. That feels doable. I don't see it. Start the battle. I don't think it's worth it to try and speed this up. It's 20%. No, it's 10%. Deep Dark Fantasy. Isn't that a Kanye West or just Ye now? I think that's a Ye song. It might be Deep Dark Twisted Fantasy. Something like that. I don't know. I'm weird about music. There isn't a whole lot of music that I like. A little bit. Blue Gem. Not the best. But it's a 1-cost item. Energy Amulet could be amazing. Spear could be decent. It's on sale. This has a lot of density for, like, a lot of value density. This one. Food Amulet. Ooh, I could switch to pan still. Oh. Is that interesting to me? Ooh, that kind of makes me want to either buy the spear, sacrifice the hammer. I could do that. Hammer, if you don't find the synergies for it, which I didn't really find them, then I don't think it can really stick around long term. It's not the best weapon. Spear is a pretty decent weapon. It doesn't synergize with much except for a poison potion, which isn't really synergizing. Like, it's decent. This and Ripsaw are basically like standalone weapons that if I see them on sale, I'm happy to fight with them for a few turns while I look for a real solution. Real solution could easily be pan, especially if I find the stamina potion. Stamina potion. I really want to look for that in later rounds. Am I really just going to build around a food amulet? Yeah, I might. That amulet is that good that it's really worth building around. Stamina problems. We are speeding up a banana, though. So we're going to honk again. I have a flame dagger. What are my thoughts on the flame dagger? We're about to get +1 heat, but right now I only have 2. We're about to get a minimum of +1 heat. Goodbye, stuff. Shield. No, second dagger. Second dagger is less than ideal. Shield is pretty nice. could get rid of this dagger. That dagger. I don't know. So if we see food on sale, I have to buy it. This did not help me move this banana up to here. I need to find a bag. Do I want to roll with gems in? No. Do I want to get rid of this? Yeah, probably. Okay. Anything else to consider? Nope. God, so many daggers. Good amount of space. Wolverine claws. Huh. Wolverine claws are not bad. It requires thought. Daggers. The daggers would have been so good if I would have kept that hammer. Like, that is enough for me to keep the hammer. The shield, they just upgraded. The fire shield so that it blocks 17. 17 is a good number, but I didn't take shielded. Still a good number. It's a weird item. It is a cheap upgrade with these flames. No matter what, I have to put it in. Even if I'm just gonna sacrifice it, which I might be doing. Has to go in. Green gem. Green gem is good. Flawed emerald. Flawed emerald has more value when you have the offering bowl. Because even if they combine, it's still worth 2 gold if you offer them. Dagger. Right, I could make flame spear. Items. Flame spear isn't all that good, except that when you miss, which you miss a good amount, it uses heat. Kind of counterproductive with this one. Speaking of which, I wonder if I should just keep the shield, get rid of this dagger. Maybe that's the plan. I'm gonna make the sun shield. I don't have much use for heat if I get rid of this. Heat is good, but we need better than good. We need amazing. Spike is actually a little bit better with that shield. Dagger. I think I want to get rid of this dagger as well. So I'm sacrificing 4, 8, 12. 12 is a big number. Is there anything else to consider? Sacrificing the shield. The shield is decent. Trying to get a star on this spear would actually be pretty important, but that's tough to do. Using the speed bags to speed up a food. Getting this banana to hit an additional food. If I do, so what if we just say forget about the goobert a bit? Because this also speeds up the banana. Let's do that. Start the battle. I'm going to consider this good. KKK. 1, 2, 3. No KKK. Trying to think of 3 K words beyond Ku Klux Klan. Kellogg's. Why do I blank? I just think of C words. Weird. Alright. We just got destroyed by a large axe. I'm down to 3 hearts. We're gonna make it to class selection at least. Holy mana or pineapple. And a second shield that I could turn into a moon shield. You don't really want sun and moon shields, I don't think. Why? Because you would just want 2 moon shields. I think. I don't know. Alright. Except... No. Yeah, and it's on sale. I mean, I have to buy it. I just don't know if I make the sun shield. Now I wish I had shielded so much. So much. Pineapple is interesting. Pineapple is a really quick activator. But banana does not fit well. Pineapple is quicker than blueberry. 3.3, 3.5, and it can touch more foods than blueberry. Food amulet. I don't think I can afford 2 of these shields, as much as I really do want to. This spear just doesn't do much damage. Poison resist. What about this? What am I looking for? We're ideally looking for Pan and Stamina Potion. You are so bouncy. Chill. Oh, I do heal a bit. I can increase healing. Am I really sacrificing this? I think I am. What about sacrificing blue gems? Blue gems are weird because they become very good if I find the pan. What about this blue gem? 5 mana gained, 4 block. 5 mana gained, 2 block. Kind of expensive. There's the pan. There's also a ripsaw there. Oh. Ripsaw. It's interesting. If I'm embracing the pan, do I ever ditch the Goobert? No, for right now. Goobert's good. I have the mana orb. Huh. Ideally, I would set up this banana different. We can do that. 1 less activator on the pineapple, and not that many activators on this. Alright, that goes like that. That goes like that. I think that makes sense to me. Gem box. This bag. What am I doing with this bag? Too many things. So, I could speed up 2 foods. Ooh, then I could put the blueberry where it wants to go. So, let's plan on doing that. Blueberry wants to go there. This wants to go here. This wants to go here. I like it. So my end conclusion was that I have no personal responsibility. How convenient for me. For my actions. Or I have very little responsibility. That is very convenient for me. Start the battle. It also helps that I'm a super small YouTuber who's not really trying to grow like crazy. I like my slow, steady growth. That dancing dragon is doing way less than I would expect because they have no stamina for it. That makes sense. This does damage. This does damage. You can't really have both, though. I think you have to decide between the two. Damage per stamina. This is the better one. But this falls off. This is actually better when you take into account how well it can do with other items. But this one can give you heat and luck. Tough call. Well, with uniquely unique. Unless you have a way to reduce the stamina, with uniquely unique, this one is just rough. It uses so much stamina per hit. Tough call. What do we got? Friendly Fire on sale, the dream. Why is Friendly Fire the dream? Because I said so. This is the wrong amulet for this shield. For the moon shield, it's really good. For this shield, I mean, it does give start of battle armor, which would do 8 damage, which nobody cares about. Friendly fire. Pan. Holy golden pan. 4 lives left. Let's go. The dream is alive. I think it's time to ditch Goobert. Pan. Blue gem. Cat. Cat is interesting. Cat with this box of riches. Ooh. The game. I might lose this round, but I also might not. The game is being way, way, way too generous. I don't trust it. Game. What's your angle? Goobert. So, Pan. Pan is not the quickest, but it's pretty quick compared to most foods. That is pretty good. 2.2 seconds being sped up by 10%. I probably want the speed bags over there. I would like to keep the sun shield. I don't really need this. I don't need the Goobert. I need this to touch the pan. All right, I'm going to rearrange and be right back. We have a little bit of mana. So I have 2 blueberries. I have the mana orb. We have the Goobert who's going away. Could become a chili Goobert, but it's kind of unnecessary. I would rather just have the chilies, I think. Or the pan. I think. I'm not sure. Could have gone back to Hammer Dagger on sale. Could technically make a hold all. I'm already making space. Gems. This is a little bit tempting. Only a little bit. Food amulet, energy amulet. Energy amulet would be amazing. Stamina bag. Feels pretty unnecessary. I don't know. So, that stamina bag. I'm going to say no to this one. No to this one or the purple. We'll say no to the purple. Put this in. Put this in. Put this in. Increased healing. What about upgrading the blue gems? Upgrading the blue gems makes them more space efficient. I think I'm going to upgrade one of them. Good plan? What about the cap? Cap is a lot of defense, especially with the shield. This amulet, I planned on getting rid of, but for right now, we're getting rid of the Goobert. We're making this. I need to find a food. I think I'm happy. I need to find a few foods, but you can find a few with this amulet if you just find one. Ina. There's a book called The Reality Dysfunction by Peter F. Hamilton, who one of the main characters is named Iona. And that makes me think of Iona. Darn, spikes are strong. Potions are a lot of defense. They didn't even get to half health. Or, no, they didn't. How did they use mana? They used mana. Oh, they activated this and got big buffs. Oh, they activated this quick. And they still have tons of mana. Interesting. All right, what do we got going on? A bunch of space. 3 speed bags. Red gem. How do I feel about the red gem? Don't know yet. Wolpertinger, don't need it. Energy amulet was amazing. So now I just need chili and cheese, really. I don't need to take out the box of riches to roll. Chili and cheese. What about space? Nope, I have space. Chili and cheese. What about bird? Crap. Bird's really good. Prismatic bird would be kind of amazing. Things I could consider. Selling the amulet. Selling the cat. Cat really doesn't do much. Gets me sale chance, but it's plus 3%. Plus 3% is somewhat noticeable, and it would do it while I'm buying the foods. Alright, I'm going to rearrange yet again. But I need to see what the foods are first. I think I have to get rid of this armor amulet. Could recycle it, though. I'd rather just buy the food. I might be selling the cat as well. No, pineapples are not what I was hoping for. Alright, I think that's enough. I could also sell the bird. The point of the bird was to get the prismatic orb. Did not get, or haven't gotten it yet. Even if I got a prismatic orb, it would have to be on sale. And I'd want food first. It's just low priority. I might sacrifice the bird. I might sacrifice the cat. Alright, friendly fire is a unique. Star is a unique. Star is a unique. Let's use these 2 stars to activate this. This is a godly. Alright, I'm going to be right back. Alright, weird things about the current setup. Normally, my top priority is getting the mana to this pan, which I could get it a little bit of mana at least. But all it does, no, it still is the priority. I'm trying to decide if I should put friendly fire in. Because friendly fire for 1 mana gets you 2 heat, which is pretty amazing. But this one for 11 mana, what does it do? Gets me 2 mana plus another 2 mana plus 4 heal plus 1 spike plus 4 heal plus 1 stamina plus 3 armor. It doesn't do that much until I can get a chili, a cheese, and light up more stars. So the friendly fire might be a better use of mana right now than the pan. I'm not sure. That feels very tricky to me. I don't know if I should be speeding it up, but that's what I'm choosing to do. The bird is here. The cat, I'm sacrificing the cat. I think that's fine. Sacrificing the green. We're gonna get a free gem. We're combining up the blues. I really need to find food next turn. We have 3 hearts left. Am I in danger? Yes. They don't do much, though. Still in danger. They do have the lantern. With 1 darkness item on it. Scary. No, it was so close. 11 mana. So, if we look, damage was all from the pan. From Excalibur. No, also from spikes. Mana. Mana is the main question. I did use a good amount of mana. Energy Amulet, I forgot that makes it so that I have so much more mana. 77. Friendly Fire used 11 for 22 heat. This went off 5 times. So what did I gain from those 5 times going off? Little bit of heals. Replenished a little bit of its own mana, but it's more than I was thinking because of the Energy Amulet. It has blue gems in it. Hopefully, I just find the foods now. Ooh, by the holy light mana orb. Okay. Okay, we do not need to combine these 2. But I do want to move those into a shield. Maybe now. Shielded is here. Yeah, but By the Holy Light is here. The only tricky thing with By the Holy Light is sometimes it's tough to get it to hit the pan, but not really. And Do I want to try and turn this into a holy item? No. No. Can't afford that. That is one of the things that I kind of want, but I really, really need foods above all else. No. I also really want this. Amulet of the Wild is surprisingly good. Maybe it's unsurprising, but spikes were my second largest damage dealer. Food. No, please, game. Food. No, please, game. Quit doing this to me. Okay. Food. Thank you. Thank you, video game. Alright, to get that chili, what do I have to do? I can get rid of this. Yeah, I just want to offer it, but I don't need to. We need 5 gold. I can get rid of this. Sand. Purple. I don't need the purple. I don't need the red, but it's okay. 4 gold. Oh, I don't need this. But if I sacrifice that and that, I don't know, because purple's really good with heat. I'm gonna get rid of a red. Definitely buy the chili. Not the food that I wanted, but it is a food. I'm gonna reserve it. This one is weird. I did not have that many mana problems. I just don't have that many foods either. The main thing is every time this swings, I want it to activate both of these. And it will. Cool. Shield. Energy amulet. I'm gonna go move this. Although the shield is godly, so I could have used that. Flames. I should have excessive amounts of mana now, which really means I should move one of these. But is that true? 25% chance. It also inflicts frost, which is kind of nice. I gain massive mana. So let's figure it out. Every swing, we expect 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And we expect a refund a little bit over 2.5. Darn, I don't have enough mana yet. We're getting closer though, especially with friendly fire. I need 3rd, maybe 4th blueberry. Huh. Boots. Because I have offering bowl, even though it's expensive, it's not expensive, it's just I would rather be spending on food. I think it's worth it to buy the boots, offer them. Alright, start the battle. I think I win against most opponents at this point. And the main thing is the build just becomes ridiculously strong from here. Yep. No! This is actually so good. This is actually so good. These two, it's so expensive. 30% of your healing is damage. I don't need that, but I do a lot of healing. Oh, this chili, one of my most important items, was not actually set up right. Of course it wasn't. That would have made the game way too easy. My bad. Better. Except I'm not using the speed bags well. Speed bags don't matter too much, but they do matter. Alright, let's fix them. I don't want to fix them. Fix them. All right. This one goes here. This one goes here. This one can go right there. This one can go right there. Where did my chili go? Chili can go right there. Banana. This one has to touch the pan. So, happy, happy. Everybody is happy. Money. No. The problem is the pineapple's really good now. It's good because it does extra damage, and it does extra damage against ranged attacks. It is good. Is it good enough? I don't know. Probably. What else do I want to consider? I need to get this shield. I need to fit this food. Spread out my foods more than I needed to. What if I went right here? I think that's worth it. Definitely worth it. Alright, the shield. Shield can go right here. Health amulet. I mean, I am planning on doing healing things, I think. Food things. I do want that pineapple. Where would the pineapple fit? I don't know. Right where I just put that amulet of energy. Really? It would probably go where the banana is. Banana? Come over here. You're a 3.8. Do it. No! Quit giving me stupid pineapples. They're good. They are good. I don't need them. What do I speed up? Really, I should be giving more flames to you, because I now have excess mana. Friendly Fire does not play nice with Egg, because they both take up a good amount of space. Alright, let's figure things out. What would I like to figure out? How to fit things. How much do I really care about Amulet of the Wild? I mean, I do care. But how much do I care about it touching Friendly Fire? That much. Alright, perfect. This one. This one. Why do I have double pineapple? Double pineapple is wrong. How wrong? Slightly wrong. Alright, to fix that. I don't see good ways to fix that. It's not like the end of the world if it's double pineapple, but it's also not good. So ideally, I think this would come here. Really, this wants to go right here, but it can't. This can go right here, this can go right here, this can go wherever it needs to go. How does that look? Decent. Good enough. Purple. Green gem. So, I think I have lots of mana at this. I still only have the 2 blueberries. No, I think I still have to leave these. Do I? I have a lot of healing. This should be good. You are a weird item. You. What about a Phoenix? Oh no, Phoenix is actually really good. Phoenix is really good because I'm going to have a ton of health, in theory, if I find cheese, I could gain max health. I'm gonna have a lot of heat. It does damage. It takes up too much space. It's on sale. Start the battle. We're good. We don't need a phoenix. I don't really need the ghost either, but here we are. Should be good against this. That is them honking, not me. Look at all my spikes. Quit hitting yourself. Magic torch. Damage, damage. Mana or... oh, right. Mana gained. Tons of mana. But there are points when I did not have enough. Damage dealt. If we look at damage dealt, Spikes did 390, Excalibur did 406. So yeah, the pineapples can be pretty good, especially against 3 weapons. There's a rapier. Don't give me items like that. Don't need this one. Cool. But I do want to sacrifice it with +1 value, so that we can get another amulet in exchange for that one. Foods. What foods would I like? I would like to get rid of this mushroom. I would like to get rid of this garlic. For what? For cheese, for chili, for 1 more blueberry. Cheese, chili, 1 more blueberry. What about a carrot? Nope. I would rather find a chili. How can I not afford you because I just bought something? Right. Probably bought that amulet of steel. That makes sense to me. Purple. Purple. I think that's good enough. This rapier would destroy enemies. I would want a second banana, but it really would destroy. Let's look at the amount. No, because I don't have blueberries. I only have the 2, but let's look at how much luck we get. Also, I don't have the starting mana. Yeah, we get a good amount of luck. The amount of luck that I get kind of tells me how much excess mana I have. Kind of. That was them honking again. Adding in this shield to the pan build feels kind of useful. It's a lot of value, though. I like dragon eggs so much. More than I should. I think it's too much value to have tied up on the board, but I'm not certain about that. Also, difficult to fit. Is it? Not that difficult. Is it time for the ghost? I think it is. Ghost. Someday, I'm gonna find a food. Second shield. I could switch the shield to a moon shield. Recipes. So the nice thing about moon shield is if you get a bunch of armor right at the start, you can get the 11 starting mana that you need. This shield just blocks damage, and it's just cheap compared to a moon shield. But I do have the mana orbs. I think the answer to this is no, but I'm not completely set. Could sacrifice it. Ooh, sacrificing it is kind of tempting. Very tempting. But I could also sacrifice the dragon egg. Why would I sacrifice the dragon egg? Because there's probably better things I could be doing with 4 space. Like what? Like starting mana. For heat, though, starting mana does sound appealing. So, if I'm going to sacrifice it, I feel like there's a better place to put it. I need to keep rolling. I would like to sacrifice these. All of the things that I would like to sacrifice. Green gem. Stone. Stone would be good to sacrifice. Hammer, shield. Alright. This bag. I do want that chili. I do want this garlic. Do I want this whetstone? The reason to get the whetstone would be just to sacrifice it. Chili is top priority. The only reason I want the garlic is to re-roll into another food. Still a good reason. What about this one? This poison really doesn't do anything for me, and it sells for 2 gold. Cheese! Do I still reserve this? I'm gonna say yes, but less appealing to me. Cheese is the thing that I want. Okay. So now, I mainly need starting mana. Stone. I mean, the green gem does slightly more than stone. Very slightly. The whetstone was on sale. That's a scary build. They're only using half of Mr. Struggles. Luckily, Excalibur, once it's online, is pretty strong. Yellow gem. And we got the 3rd blueberry. So the problem with the 3rd blueberry is I no longer need it as much because I got cheese. No, don't give me 2nd cheese. There's also a prismatic bird. Prismatic bird, in particular, with unsettling presence, could just blow up enemies. I don't actually have a prismatic bird, though. And the positioning would be a total pain. I feel like it's easier just to sacrifice it. I really want this in. How much stamina? I think I need to still keep the banana, but I'm not sure. This doesn't use that much stamina, but as we gain heat, it does. I would like... what? I don't need the pineapples to go full speed. Is it blueberry over pineapple? The thing is, we end up with excess mana. It just takes a little while to get there. And I did take out a blue gem from the weapon. What am I keeping you for? Cheap reroll. Kinda weird. Could put more heat around friendly fire. That kinda makes sense to me. Do I think friendly fire? I don't know. Could trigger unsettling presence with this. Unsettling presence uses a random buff to heal for 3. I feel like this is strong. I do have a space available. Strong enough for me. Still have 4 gold. It's weird having that garlic reserved. Huh, maybe I should have just bought it. Big axe. Wait, what is going on? What is going on? Purple gem. I don't see a purple cap. They have a lot of defense. They're damn... Holy, wait. Full speed bag. Ooh, with 3 dragon claws and a normal glove. Stamina potion. 6 empower. Heavy drinking with 3 different potions. But only 2 of them actually speeding this up. Wonder why they didn't turn this one sideways. That's a misplay. This thing could remove mana. I wonder if that screwed up my mana. That is just a super speed axe. Kind of surprised they didn't honk, even with this. Super speed axe. 86.2 per second. I did 59.4 per second, with most of that being spikes. Mana. That is much lower mana than I would have wanted. Why? What did you do to me? Mana. Removed. You only removed 4, so that's not it. Mana. I did not add that 3rd blueberry onto Excalibur. I should have. 12 mana. 10 mana. 11 mana. 10 mana. We really don't want to see it stalled out at 10. I see it at 10 a few times. Yeah. Taking out this blue gem might have been the difference maker. I only have 1 heart left, another mana orb. So stupid. Don't need a flute. I have too many of these. Cheese is so good, but I don't know if I can really fit it. I mean, I would in place of a pineapple, I think. Would I? Really, I need this. So now, I don't think I need the mana orb. But you can get the mana orb. Without taking up a pan-star spot, can I get 3 activators? I could if I put it here. I would have to move the blueberry. I can do that. I think that's what my plan is going to be. So that should be an excessive amount of mana. Like stupid amounts. Probably not enough to trigger the orb, but a good amount. This touches a bunch of foods. That chili looks amazing to me. So good. Would I ditch a pineapple for that? Think so. Where though? Right. Quit! Game. Ideally, I would have a separate activator here, which I can do. That would move. This would go here. That's a wild setup. All right. Ideally, this would touch more things. Second food amulet would be amazing. Ooh, that's a good spot. This is a flame item. Kinda want to move that pineapple. But where? Where? That is a... Wait, why is that a better spot? Just because it hits +1 chili. Chili is important to me. Yeah, but that's a really good spot. Alright, this chili. Amulet of the Wild. I don't need this. increased healing is tempting, but mainly we just use stupid amounts of mana. That's it. Where am I gonna fit that chili? I mean, really, it would go where this pineapple is, I think. Chili does max out at some point. I only have 2 of them on the pan. Usually the enemy's dead by the time it maxes out. I mean, I know I want it. I don't really need this one. No! Don't do this to me, game. No! Don't do this to me, game. I can't fit pineapple, but it is on sale. Reserve the on sale food. We need space. To see space, I need to roll. To roll... What would I like right now? Ideally, I would like to put this chili in place of what? Place of 2 flames? I don't know. Start the battle. We're good. Friendly fire is gonna go full speed. We have so much mana. They have 2 shields. And they have super scaling with speed and crits. That's scary. And a purple crystal. That was so scary. Oh no, and they had starting mana because of this and this. They were actually out of heat, which is a bad sign because they started with 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16 heat. They used all of it in seconds. They were getting 70% crit rate, but their crits do extra damage. That is a wild build. That's like the second time I feel like I've seen Firestaff Ranger. Firestaff Ranger, I have to remember that, with that arrow, is crazy damage. Crazy, crazy damage. It wasn't about to stall out, but it was gonna stop scaling at least. Gah, this was a strong build. 2. How much do I lose? Round 15 with 9 wins. I should be like almost break even or -1. We should still be in master. No, -2. What does that do? 0 master. The easiest video game of my life. Everybody still in master. 0. All right. For now, that is going to do it for this episode. Thanks for watching. Have a good one.